Hey there, soul listeners. Welcome to another collective message. Wow. Okay, right off the bat, we have high honor. But welcome to collective messages. This is Aura, and this is a twin flame journey. Be sure to subscribe and like the channel. If you enjoy these messages, and also I do release podcast content. So here we go. So right off the bat, while I'm starting, I was seeing 2s and 5s. So interestingly enough, 2 and 5 here coming out, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5, maybe some 1s in there. But I'm currently shuffling the Kipper at this moment. And now we have the Lovers coming out, along with False Person. Wow. Usually I only pull like 2 cards, or I try to only pull 2 cards, but I'm going to get to this here in a second. And I was just talking about 1s and 5s, and now we have card number 15 here. Okay, but I want to get to high honor first. I want to talk about each and every one of these cards. Okay, so with high honor here, I kind of feel like there's this push, and I see how all of these individuals, like they're soldiers, and they're shooting off these cannons. It's kind of like pressure, you know, feeling as if you're in a boiling pot, or there's pressure. Lots of peer pressure even, or spiritual pressure. But I also feel like it is towards some type of positive momentum or positive change. And I feel like there's this energy of somebody wanting to make a shift or a change in their life once again. They've spent, you know, I feel like they've spent maybe 6 months somewhere, maybe like half a year somewhere, and they're just not liking it. They're not liking it too much. I feel like they also, it's like they felt drawn somewhere where they felt, you know, this is where the love of my life is going to be. This is where I'm going to have the love of my life. This is where changes are going to happen. And I feel like they've been let down, but now I feel like they're being pushed towards a particular person. I feel like this is past energy, a false person. It's like they're leaving something behind. Like whenever I look at this card here, I feel like someone is being pushed by the divine, pushed energetically to make a decision, or pushed to make changes. 5s are all about changes. Not to say that there aren't any challenges, but I also feel like someone is getting their finances together, or someone is, it's like they've spent some time in some type of relationship, but now they're ready to change something up here. Okay, wait, maybe I should move these up. Okay, I want to look at high honor here. I want to take a look at that. I feel like 2s and 5s are really important, especially for this collective message. 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5. Maybe you're also seeing 25. But now we have 1s here as well. So I want to take a look at this high honor. I feel like someone is kind of gathering strength right now, but they feel an intense amount of pressure, an intense amount of maybe trying to feel vulnerable. Now we have the Lovers here as well as false person. So let's see, 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles, yeah, gathering finances together. I feel like they're in some type, oh, I'm cutting it again, and I have the Lovers here. Wow. Cutting it again, and we have the 8 of Wands. Feeling pressure. I feel like this 8 of Wands is someone who feels an incredible amount of pressure by an energy that I feel like they're not really familiar with. Yeah, high honor. Look at this. 4 of Wands coming out. 4 of Wands. They feel uncomfortable. 9 of Wands. I know 9 of Wands is about being guarded, but I feel this intense energy of someone feeling very uncomfortable where they are. Changes need to happen. Look at this. Occupation, journey, main male, marriage. Yeah. Because on the other side of whatever it is that they have to do is commitment, marriage, being vulnerable, being authentic, being lovable, sharing their feelings. In the past, they haven't shared their feelings. I'm gonna move the bear over. In the past, they haven't shared their feelings. They have been very guarded with their emotions. But now it's like someone is feeling the pressure. Someone, look at this, Ace of Cups, yeah. Feeling the pressure. I'm going to get to this false person here in a second. Feeling the pressure, feeling an inevitable moment like, if I make this decision, am I going to experience another karmic? Am I going to experience another moment where this is not the person for me? Am I going to experience that again? I feel an incredible optimistic energy as well. Like an incredible, it's like reflecting back at certain things of the past as well. Yeah, look at this. Denied. Someone denied something. They denied a connection, and I feel like they went for somebody else. Or they completely just shut this individual out. I feel like they randomly reached out to someone and was like, hey, you want to get together? Do you want to have coffee? Do you want to talk about something? You want to talk about life? And I feel like they kind of just sat there and they were like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do anything like that. Like, I just, they were very, it's not like this individual was very, they reached out to them kind of like lovingly, and they were just like, they weren't really expecting them to say yes or no, but they were like, hey, like, how are you? I hope everything's good. Like, I hope everything's going well for you. I hope that, maybe sometime we can catch up. And I feel like this other individual, like, maybe they didn't do anything at all. Maybe they sort of didn't say anything. And then I feel like this person who reached out with this cup, it kind of feels like maybe they got a little bit disappointed. They felt as if they were very vulnerable, or they felt as if, they weren't accepting their cup in whatever way. But with these two energies together, they can be a team. They can prosper. They can become incredibly prosperous. Prosperity can happen. That's what I was saying. Okay, so I do want to know what this Lovers is. Maybe someone is a Gemini. Yes, hidden love. It's like a hidden love that was always there, you know. Underneath the deck, we have a Queen of Pentacles. Could be like a water and earth sign combination, but it feels like, it kind of feels like a long love, you know, a long love that has always been existent, but never addressed or never truly recognized, even though it's always been there. I've always held love towards this individual. I've always experienced this love. I've always had love for them because they've always been a Queen of Pentacles to me, because they're so generous with their time, with their energy, with, you know, they've always been a very giving individual. They've always been very giving towards me, but why? Why am I like this towards them? Why do I shut them out? Why do I deny what I feel? But I feel like, yeah, look at this, 6 of Cups. I feel like with this moon as well, I think I'm going to put this in the title too, Wolf Moon reading, because I feel like with this Wolf Moon happening, there are feelings coming up to the surface that have been drawn out, that have been it's almost like they've tried to put it behind them. They've tried to let it go. But truth be told, now it's coming out. I feel like this Knight of Swords is what the moon energy is doing to them. So now I want to know who this is. So who is this? Who is this person? Okay, 3 of Swords. But who is this individual? Someone who is, they're brokenhearted because of what they did. They're, wow. Okay, wait. Now we have the Lovers. Page of Wands with the 2 of Cups. And 6 of Cups is back underneath the deck. So this is someone that knows about being divinely connected to each other. And I feel like communication has been incredibly difficult for them, but they've reached out. I feel like I'm hearing during random moments. I feel as well periodically. It hasn't been very consistent. Their communication has not been very consistent. Maybe once a month, once a year. But I feel like it has been very divinely guided, and they do feel that energy too with the 2 of Cups. Now, so I do want to see what this false person energy is, but okay. It also feels like they took it upon themselves, thinking that they were making the right choices, that they were making the right decision. But inevitably, it really wasn't. They knew it was right for them, but they wanted to know what the outcome was going to be at all times. They wanted to know all the time, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with this connection all the time? Okay, let's look at this false person. What is this false person? What is this? What is this false person energy? What is this? 5 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, 8 of Cups. I feel like they've poured their heart into some type of connection that created them into this energy where they've had to walk away. I feel like this other individual wasn't deeply saddened about them walking away. I feel like they, whatever this connection was that they had to walk away from was not what they were looking for. And it made them into a space of, well, that's not what I want. That's definitely not what I want. Now we have Aquarius energy here, the star. That's definitely not what I want. Maybe the number 8. Now we have 8s here. So maybe this connection lasted 8 months. I don't feel it lasted 8 years, but I feel like it lasted a period of 8 months. And that whole time it was it prolonged. It was prolonging for them. So they had to kind of step away from this connection. They had to really step away because I feel like the energy of that person that they were dealing with, I feel like they weren't regretful of anything that they've done. You know, if they did any wrongdoings to this individual, I feel like they didn't feel sorry. So it created like, you know, I have to turn my back on this. I have to step away from this. And I feel like that connection lasted, you know, 8 months, maybe even 8 weeks, not 8 years. I'm not feeling it was very long term. I feel like it was short-lived. It didn't even last a year. Okay, so what is their current energy at this time? Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the Knight of Cups. I feel like they're heavily thinking about, you know, the future. What's the future going to hold? Now we have the Star again here. The Star along with the Hierophant and the Empress underneath the deck. So I feel like they're tapping into their spirituality at this time, feeling incredibly spiritual. Maybe even doing some excessive praying at this time. I do feel like, you know, maybe looking into religion here and there, but I don't feel like they're tapping too much into religion, but really spirituality. What does spirituality have to offer to me? What can I gain from spirituality? What can I learn from, you know, from these practices? I also possibly see somebody going to a spot to hike, to pray, to, you know, just to get outdoors, to get outside, get some fresh air. I see someone visiting a spot and going to the same spot over and over and over again, praying that, you know, something's going to happen, a miracle's going to happen, but it's because they've been in this slow and steady. Well, things are going to happen in good timing, and, you know, this is my big break now, but I feel like they've hardly given to this connection in reality. They really haven't given their heart and soul to this false person. I feel like they were a knight when they were with this person, but there's this other connection that they truly feel drawn towards that is what they have always dreamed about, what they have always thought about, what they have always really wanted. in the long run. And we also have the Six of Cups here. We have the Six of Cups, and we also have the Three of Cups. I feel like they're thinking back on a time when they were with this other individual. Where did that Ace of Cups come from? That Ace of Cups just appeared out of nowhere. Did I take that out? Okay, so I guess Spirit wants that out on the table. Interesting. Yeah, because they have these deep emotions. They have these deep emotions that transcend. They transcend, and they can't imagine life without them. Okay. So I do want to get some final messages, and the final messages that I'm going to get, let's see, the final messages, let's see, what else? What else do we have for final messages? What else do we have for final messages? King of Swords, Judgment, Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like they're coming up with a plan. They're coming up with a solution to bring together something that was lost. Eight of Pentacles. They're working on something, putting action towards it. They've already made a decision. But they're working on something. I feel like High Priestess underneath the deck, working on something, not really telling anybody what they're working on a solution. Here's the twos again, Roman numerals, 2. So 222. We also have some 8s here, but the 2s. 222, 555. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up these messages there. I hope that these assisted many of you out there. Once again, if you feel called towards a personal reading, all of that info is in the description box below. Once again, I'm Aura. Thanks for watching, and this is A Twin Flame Journey.